What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies 2. Oh yeah. So guys, last episode we were messing around with our processing area over here, and I wasn't too happy with the stairs. We needed a way down. I just put these here real quick. They are kind of in the way. Like I said, if we're walking up these stairs and we want to go over this way, we're going to fall down, and it's just not good. So I asked you guys for some suggestions. People said I should stick it back here, which is also, you know, a smarter thing to do, is what I should have done originally. I just didn't. That was just the first place I decided to put stairs. But then I saw another comment where somebody had mentioned the translocation plates from one of the thermal mods. We looked at some of those earlier on in the series. We looked at the ones where you jump on it and like makes you fly up or whatever, and we're going to use those to get around to these platforms, but I decided that probably wasn't a great idea. We just couldn't get them to work right, and especially like if you have hover mode on, it just didn't launch up in the air far enough and you'd face plant into one of these island things. So yeah, we didn't do that. So anyway, the item in question is a translocation plate. This guy right here. This is from Thermal Expansion. Okay, I knew it was one of the thermal mods. So we need a plate frame and 1,000 millibuckets of resonant ender. So that's pretty easy to do. So let's make, well, actually, I guess we should check out if it is easy to make the plate frame. Okay, so it's some signalum ingots, hardened glass, and invar. That's not bad. Okay, so we'll make one of those. And let's get 4 ender pearls. All right. So let's see how these things work. We'll just stick those in there, and that in there, and that is super quick. I love that we upgraded our machines to these resonant ones and put all the upgrades in there. That's so cool. So, okay, I can't right-click on it. It's got an arrow pointing this way, so what is that going to do? That just launches me into the void. Okay, that's not what we want. I assume there's a way to configure this thing. Let's see. Hold shift for details. Use a multimeter when sneaking to configure. Aha. Okay, so we need to make ourselves a multimeter. Well, let's do that. Now, here's a question for you guys. Some people say multimeter and some people say multimeter. Which way do you guys say it? I've heard it both ways. I've always said multimeter, so yep, there's that. Okay, so multi. We need, I assume this one from Thermal Expansion. Okay, so we need a redstone conductance coil, which is an electrum thingy, and then copper and lead, which I assume we have. Okay, so we need the electrum gear. So let's get some electrum. And I still haven't hooked up the smeltery here. Unfortunately, it's a lot nicer than this one down below. We just need to get the lava up there. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna keep this as our main lava source or if we're gonna do something different. We could also pump lava out of the nether, I suppose. I think you can put, at least you used to be able to put netherrack into the magma crucible to get lava that way. We might do that. There's a couple of different things. I just haven't figured it out what I want to do just yet. So for now, we're just gonna use our original lava and smeltery for this, but we'll have to figure that out soon, though, that's for sure. Okay, so we have our electrum gear, and that'll make our multimeter. So if we shift right click on this, distance, oh, okay, so we can, okay, plus and minus, I assume that'll launch us in the, oh, yeah, okay, so that launches us in the air. That's pretty cool. Let's actually move this thing. Let's do this, because I think what I'm gonna want, if we can make this go lower, I think we're gonna want this like kind of here in front of the smeltery. So let's stick this guy right there, and that'll launch us just past it. Yeah, let's try setting this thing. Oh, right click, shift right click with this thing. So the minus mode. Oh man, this is the distance. Okay, so if we are at Y86 right now, according to our mini map, just below it says Y86, and this is Y80, so we need to set a distance of 6. Now, is this gonna work? Oh man, that is awesome. Okay, so I was hoping that we had elevator blocks. This is pretty close. I mean, if you walk on top of it, it's gonna send you down. There is no, you have to hold shift on it. So we'll have to watch out not to accidentally walk on that thing. But that is really cool. Okay, so obviously, whoops. Obviously, we're gonna need a second one to get back up here. So let's make another one real quick. This could be really, really cool, and we'll just get rid of the whole stairs idea. So yeah, I need to make another one of those. Translocation. This guy. This. Oop, can't click on that. So make one of those. We need 4 more ender pearls. 2, 3, 4. Oh, not there. Almost made another thing again. Wasn't really thinking about where I was going there. Okay, so here's another one. So if we stick this down below, like in front, like right here, and we tell this to go 6 blocks. I assume the plus is up, right? So yeah, we go down and then we can go, oh, that's actually not working. So we have to move before we can go down, okay. So maybe there's like a little bit of a delay. Oh, I see, okay, so it's time. So it's like 1 second after you teleport, it'll teleport you again. Aha. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so we're gonna leave these just like this. I suppose we could move this closer to the smeltery and move the other one like further back over here or something. But for now, I like that a lot. So that's gonna allow me to go ahead and just remove all these stairs. Whoa, I'm going crazy with the pick. Yeah, that'll allow me to go ahead and remove these stairs. We can patch this back up and just have a flat platform that we can teleport up and down with. That is really cool. Alright, so I played around with it a little bit more. We have our plate that goes down, and then I decided just to put a plate in all the 4 corners here that'll get us back up to where we need to be. That way I don't accidentally, you know, AFK or whatever and then go back up and back down, up and down or whatever. So yeah, they're in the corners so I don't accidentally go up unless I want to. This one's right in front of the smeltery. It's pretty hard to accidentally land on that thing unless we're trying to go down. So that's the way that's set up. So another comment that I got from last episode is that this aqueous accumulator that I put here, we should actually stick this underneath the farms over here since I had already had an aqueous accumulator and water set up down below. Yeah guys, I build things and sometimes I forget about them, but this would be a perfect spot since we already had the water down here from when we were piping the water to the sprinklers, which we have removed. So yeah, I could just put the Tesseract right there in that little spot. Actually, that would stop the water from flowing down, so maybe, well, I don't know. I'll figure it out. It doesn't really matter. I'll put the Tesseract, like, right here. But, yeah, we'll put the aqueous accumulator and the Tesseract in this little spot right here, and that'll be our water spot. So that will clean this up a little bit more. We don't have to have this here. This felt kind of out of the way anyway, or out of place, I should say. So let us just put some blocks here to get rid of the water. I'll grab this guy, and I think those are extra blocks. Okay, whatever. Right there. Okay, awesome. So now we just need to put this little guy down here. We'll put the Tesseract right here, and we will put the aqueous accumulator right there, and we just need to set this thing to output to the back. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now we don't have to hear the bubbling sound in our processing area. It's kind of makes more sense that it's over here with all the plants and stuff since we have water around anyway. So yeah, I like that idea a lot more too. Okay, very good. Also down below, I have hooked up a few more of these igneous extruders. We went through that deep storage unit. All of the extra cobblestone that we had has been compressed. So we are up to, whoops, the 1 septuple. And then we got 4 of the sextuple, 7 of the, what is that, the quintuple? Yeah, anyway, so we got all of that stuff going on now, but one of these just wasn't enough. So I've added 3 more, so we got a total of 4 of these guys pumping cobblestone into the cyclic assembler. So just very basic setup here. Now, I have this set up a little differently. I put these dispensers on top because it seems like if these auto-eject into pipes, they only auto-eject 16 items at a time. But if they auto-eject into some kind of a storage thing, like a chest or whatever, they will auto-eject all 64 at a time. So it's a lot faster to do it this way. So I have it into the dispenser so I can actually just right-click on these and see what's going on. Also, you can't put, 3 chests next to each other unless you're using some kind of a modded chest. You can't do the vanilla ones anyway. But yeah, we got these dispensers from our mob farm. We got a whole lot of them, and we don't need more than 9 slots of inventory anyway, since you can see the cobblestone goes in and gets pulled out right away. It's just going into an impulse item duct, and then we just have a resonant retriever on the bottom of our cyclic assembler up here. Resonant retriever is just, redstone ignored and pulling at the maximum. I just need to put a stone brick cover on this thing just to cover that up, but I left that like that so you guys can see the piping. Very, very simple. All right, so next things that I want to work on, I want to, let's start working on our power supply a little bit more. We have a decent amount of power here, but if we're going to hook up a laser drill, we're going to need more power storage, more power capacity. These solar panels are kind of, they work, they're keeping everything charged, but it looks weird, right? So we're going to remove all that stuff. I think we're going to upgrade our capacitor bank here. I think what I want to do is add 3 more on either side, and then we might even add some and make it deeper just so we have mass storage. This is like our huge battery that's going to power everything. And then all of that will feed into a tesseract, and yeah, we'll figure out how we're going to keep this thing powered. So first things first, we're going to move the tesseract down, I think. I don't like it being right there. In fact, we're going to have to do this, and I believe we'll use these cryo-stabilized flux ducts because I don't really have much else use for these. So yeah, we'll go ahead and remove this guy, pop that out. We will stick this down here, just like so. Put that guy right there. And I think what we're gonna do is have these on either side connecting to more of these resonant energy cells. So I'm gonna make a few more of those. I'm gonna get some things set up and we will be right back. So I've been playing around with this for a little while now, and this is kind of the design that I came up with for the power storage. I just moved the solars up here because they were kind of in the way and it wasn't really working with this change of setup. So we have 4 sets of these resonant energy cells, each independent, but we will power them all from the same spot at the very top. So the top cell will get the power and it'll drain the power all the way down to the bottom. So it's like we're having 4 of those totem poles or whatever. But yeah, this will just be a lot more storage. So I made some more of these resonant ender cells, and one thing that was kind of surprising to me is when I made them, it said the max output was 32,000 RF a tick. When I made our first ones originally, these guys right here, they were maxed out at 10,000 RF a tick. So sometime between when we first started this series and now, I guess Jaded Cat, the MODPACK author, has changed the output on these things to be a lot more. Either that or for some reason I just thought 10,000 was the highest, I don't know. But anyway, 32,000 RF a tick, that is the maximum output. Now another thing we could do is instead of having these cryo-stabilized flux ducts, they're a little overkill, I know. We could just use the resonant flux ducts. Each one of those is 32,000 RF a tick per connection. So we could have one going into a tesseract right in the very center, but I kind of like the way this looks more. So we don't really have a lot of use for these cryo-stabilized, and if we need more later, we can always make them. Anyway, we're just going more for appearance. Also, I have used Enderium blocks. I cut those up into the covers. It took 3 blocks to do all 4 of these corners. Yeah, I use those to cover up the sides. Otherwise, without these guys, you see like this redstone stuff, and I don't know. If you're looking at this from like a side view or whatever, you're trying to see how much power is in, it's kind of, I don't know, this kind of like messes with your vision. So I just like the way that looks more with that all covered up. We don't need to see the redstone glowing on the sides. We just want to see how much power is in there. So yeah, that's what we did. Okay, so like I said, the solar panels on top are kind of temporary. We're going to be removing those. What I'd like to do is have some kind of a tesseract on the top of this that's going to feed power into the topmost energy cells. And we will be providing power from all of our different energy production, like our compression dynamos or whatever. So I'm going to start messing around with that stuff, trying to figure out how we're going to lay out our compression dynamos, how we're going to start moving, I guess, our biofuel around, because we're going to have to pipe that into our compression dynamos. And we're also going to need water and all that stuff. So I'm going to make a few more changes off camera, and we will be right back, guys. So here we go. I have set up 2 sets of our compression dynamos over here. They are feeding into a tesseract. This is going to be on frequency 999. I'm actually not going to make it a named frequency because I don't want anything to pull power from here. This is just going to be sending power from our power source to our capacity bank. And then when you want to use power from anywhere, we'll just use the main base on number 1, which comes from that tesseract. So we want to have all of our power coming from our battery backups over here. So we got 5 compression dynamos, and we are going to be pulling the power out of those through these resonant flux ducts. This one's going directly into this tesseract. Behind, we have some hardened fluid ducts right here. We need to pipe in water, and we need to pipe in the biofuel. So we also got another set of pipes down below here on another tesseract. This will probably be... oh, I don't know. Probably the water will be below and the biofuel will be in the back. So let's go ahead and kick these things on for now. So we want energy mode, or I'm sorry, fluid mode, receive only, and this is going to be biofuel from the back. So we'll turn that on. I haven't turned this one on yet. Our biofuel is going to be coming from this biofuel drum back here behind our bioreactor. I need to get a servo on that thing before that'll do anything. So we can take this one, we'll do water, and that's on receive only. Let's click that on. Okay, so we got the water going. Very good. We'll do the same thing over here. It's an exact mirror. So we will do water in this one. This will be biofuel. Okay, so I need to get a servo. How did I get down here? I keep breaking random blocks and I'm losing my place. Yeah, so we need to get a servo on the bottom of this bedrockium drum to pull out and go into that tesseract. So, servo, yes, we got some of these. Alright, so we will stick that little fella right there and ignored. So now all of those guys clicked on. Oh, did I not? Hold on a second, what did I do wrong here? Oh, why is ignored? No, that's still not right. So biofuel. Oh, okay, so it just sent to one side first, and now it's sending to the other side. Okay, that must have been the problem, because I don't think I changed anything, right? Yeah, so these are got the biofuel in it, and yeah, we are ready to go. So now we are sending power on frequency 999, but we don't have anything receiving on that frequency just yet. Another thing I want to do before we get any further in this, let's go ahead and start cleaning up some of these spots back here, so like that. And then I also brought some of these stone brick covers, and just stick that right like that, and then we can't see any hole in the ground. Also want one right on this guy too. Whoops. Gotta shift click that on there. Nice. Put one right here, like so. Very cool. Now everything looks nice and clean. So our biofuel is being made right here in the center. We're feeding this biofuel drum, and then that's being piped out into the biofuel channel. This drum right here, I'd probably like to upgrade to a bedrockium drum. We'll probably look at doing that sometime soon. So now we need to get rid of our solar panels, put another tesseract up on the top of our power totem, and that will be our complete conversion from solar to biofuel. So let's go ahead and get a tesseract. Made a bunch of these. I love me some tesseracts, that's for sure. Okay, so yeah, we'll just go ahead and kill all these guys. Don't need them right now. We'll probably hook these up and use those to supplement a little bit more power sometime soon, or sometime in the future, I should say. For now, we're just going to not use those, and I'll get rid of that one. Okay, so we can just stick a tesseract right here in between all 4 of these guys, and we will do energy mode receive only, and we'll put this on the 999 channel. like so. Okay, so now we should be getting power. Yeah, that looks like that's getting power. That's filling. Well, nope, that one's draining. That one's filling up though. Yeah, this looks like that is working correctly. Yeah, that one's getting power too. Okay, so now we are running directly off the biofuel. So I gotta keep an eye on this biofuel drum and make sure we are in fact making enough biofuel to support all 10 of those compression dynamos running on this stuff. I don't know if we have enough. Also, I need to make the upgrades for these guys. I just remembered, yeah, there's the augments I need to put in those. I think there's, which one was it? I think maybe it's this one. Yeah, this one right here has the augments in it. All the other ones don't. They just had this redstone. Yeah, it's weird. The new ones I made, the new compression dynamos had these redstone circuits in it. The ones we got from the rewards had those Botania crown things. So, yeah, I don't know about that. Anyway, let me go ahead and make those upgrades and make sure we're making enough biofuel here. Otherwise, we'll have to make a few more bioreactors, and we'll be back, guys. So I did some rearranging here. I moved our power production over here to the right-hand side. Unfortunately, we're going to need a lot more of these bioreactors. I was thinking increasing the efficiency? Increasing the efficiency of the bioreactor would make it produce more biofuel, and then also putting in the fuel efficiencies here into our dynamos would help it out, but no. Currently, we're able to run 2 dynamos. I only have the biofuel going into 2 of them. Yeah, we're able to run 2 and then get a slight amount of an increase over here on the biofuel. We are currently using a whole bunch because it is powering up all of these cells right now. These are still needing to be charged up, so we're constantly using the biofuel. Once those get all the way full and we're only replacing the power that we're using, I'm sure our biofuel supply will be a lot better. But for now, I am going to be adding in more of these things. Yeah, I'm going to have to make some slime balls and all that stuff. I've already had to make a bunch of the blizz powder to make the cryotheum that goes into these bioreactors just by putting redstone into the snowball, whatever that recipe is. So I've done that already, and I've made 4 more of these bioreactors. But yeah, we're definitely going to need more, and I'm probably going to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 10 more of these things. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to end up doing. But what I'd like to do, like I said before, is upgrade this drum here to a bedrockium drum. So I have collected some of this compressed cobblestone from our compressed cobblestone manufacturing plant down below. You can do 4 quadruple and 4 triple plus 1 diamond block, and that will give you a bedrockium ingot. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. I think it's the quad in the center and the triple along the outside. Like that? Yeah. Okay, so there is 4. Oh, you know what? Do I have enough here? Triple? I can't remember. Quad. I don't remember why I did it this way. I don't know. So there we go, and we'll do those along the outside. Okay, so there is 6 bedrockium ingots, and then we need like that, and then we need the iron plates. Is it? No, it's gold, I think. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So like that. There we go. There's the weighted pressure plates. Then we also need a cauldron. Let's look at this recipe right here. No, this one. Yeah, let's make the cauldron. And then we'll do this. And there we go. So there's a bedrockium drum that holds 65,536 buckets of fluid, which is amazing. So we will go ahead and remove this fella, and we will place this one in its place right there. Okay, so now we are collecting biofuel in a bedrockium drum. So I will go ahead and drain this biofuel out into this one. But one thing I want to do before we wrap the episode up today, guys, is I want to complete a quest. So I was looking in the quest book here for something that we could do in the time remaining. And honestly, a lot of the stuff that is left in this book, like, yeah, we can't just do one quest. Like, if we wanted to do blood magic and stuff, we could just make the sacrifice orb and the blood altar, but I'd rather spend like a whole episode working on that kind of stuff. So I was looking, Thaumaturgy has a quest here for arcane pedestals. I was like, didn't we already make some of those? Because we've set up the infusion thing over here. But yeah, arcane pedestals, I guess I just never had 5 in my inventory at once. So let's go ahead and collect 5 of these guys. And that should complete our quest. Yes, there we go. So there's 5 out of 5, and that'll give us some fire shards. Greywood sapling, it says we need 2 of those, and I think we should have 2 of those in our AE system. Because we crafted one, we got one from a quest earlier on. Somebody had mentioned that to me after I decided to do the infusion recipe to make one of those. Yep, apparently we already had one, but that's fine. So that'll complete this quest. That'll give us another Greywood sapling and a half a heart. Silverwood saplings, we need 2 of those. I don't know if we have 1. So we will have to grow those and hopefully get some more silverwood sapling drops so we can do the infusion recipe to make a second one. I don't know if there's too many other of these that we can do really quickly here. How do you make a balanced shard? Balanced. Do you craft that? Crucible crafting. Okay, so that's going to be a little involved. I'd have to get all that stuff out. I think that is probably going to do it today, guys. I'm going to have to go through these quests and find out, you know, get all the stuff ready to do them. Because, yeah, the Thaumcraft stuff does require a bit of preparation. You can't just jump into that stuff most of the time. I was still hoping to find something in the For the Hoarding, but this is all locked. I don't know what unlocks that, but I'm sure we will get to that point eventually. Bees and Trees is another one that we should take a look at sometime soon. Start doing all this forestry stuff. I don't know if there's too many bees that we need to breed, like specifically for resources. I don't know if there is like Yellorium bees or any of that stuff. Let's see, if we look at bee, actually I guess we look at princess or prince, yeah. So we got all these different ones. We got derpy-ish princess. Yeah, I'd have to go through these. This is something that I haven't done. Go through these and see if like we can get a bee that will make Yellorium, for instance, so we could hook up big reactors and stuff and have a good supply of that. But yeah, that's gonna be for a future episode. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you did like it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.